Hey, what's going on? It's Mike, and I'm here with another episode of Smart, Simple, Digital. So it's been a minute. It has been a while since my last tech talk. The main reason for that is because I'm just a horrible perfectionist sometimes. I think way too long and hard about the things that I want to say here, or how I want to say them, and organize them and script them out. I just spend way too much time just kind of laboring over the details to the point where I don't get anything done sometimes. So I figured today I'm just going to just toss aside my normal process and just share the knowledge as it is on my mind with you all. So the thing that I want to share with you guys today, I want to give you four tips. Four tips to help you to declutter and to organize your digital spaces, your digital lives, right? Normally when we think about decluttering and organizing, we think about those things in relation to our physical spaces, cleaning out our homes, our basements, garages, closets, getting rid of all the junk that's accumulated over the years, all those things that we no longer use, that no longer bring value to us, that no longer fit us. And I think that same principle applies to our digital lives. We spend so much time these days, living and managing our lives on our phones, on social media, on our computers, just online in general. And just as it happens in real life, junk ends up accumulating over the years in our digital lives and our digital spaces as well. And I think it's important just to take time, every so often to just clear out those spaces, get the junk out, organize things a little bit, just so that, just you're refreshed and you can find things better and things just make sense and it's clear. You can see better. So I want to give you 5 tips to help you get started with that today. Organizing, decluttering your digital spaces. So tip number 1, unsubscribe. And this primarily applies to email. So take a look at your inbox, and if you are, receiving frequent messages from newsletters that you may have signed up for a long time ago, you don't find them useful anymore, you hardly open them up, or promotional emails from stores that you might shop at or businesses that you might engage with, or just emails from promotional emails from other types of entities that you don't know how the heck they even got your email address to begin with, but you get emails from them often and they're annoying, they're not useful. Take some time to just unsubscribe from all those things. The easiest way to do so is just open up a message. So if you newsletter, for example, you get there are those messages that come to you, just open it up. If you scroll down to the bottom, there's normally some language that you'll find. It's normally really small fine print that'll instruct you on how to stop receiving messages from those newsletters, those companies who are just sending you all that promotional material. Normally it's just as simple as just clicking on a link and it'll route you to a page just to confirm that your email address has been removed. So take some time to do that. Tip number 2, unfollow. Now this one primarily applies to social media. Whether that is Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever social media platform you use, take a scan of your timelines, of your news feed periodically. And if you see anything there, whether it's people, companies that you follow, what have you, if the content that those folks are sharing really no longer appeals to you, no longer aligns to your values, no longer informs you, feeds you, unfollow them. It's just as simple as that. My thing when it comes to social media is I like to have balance. And I think the best tip that I can give anybody is, especially with social media, like just make sure that your timelines and your news feeds are well rounded, and more importantly, make sure that they're just providing you with, like, that you're learning something from them too. Like, it's cool to get, I like to laugh too. I like to see, crazy stuff, if you will, on social media. But at the same time, I also want to make sure that it's not just all of the nonsense, also, or that it's not just all people that I know. That's another thing too, that I'm not just following familiar people. I like to just get information from a wide range of audiences and places, just to keep me informed, to help me to learn things that are new. So that's the principle that I use when I use social media. I just want to make sure that my feeds are all well-rounded and just constantly informing me, providing me with knowledge, and just keeping me like ahead. So yeah, take a scan of your social media feeds and just periodically just unfollow people and things that just no longer serve you, no longer inform you, no longer align with you. It's my advice. Tip number 3, uninstall. So this one applies to your phones as well as your computers, but primarily your phones. Take some time to uninstall all of the apps that you don't use. And I say primarily your phones because I think it's really easy to just download apps on your phones really quickly. So yeah, and those things just kind of accumulate, whether it's games or just apps that are of the moment, that are on trend, what have you. And over time, they just collect dust, digital dust, if you will. So yeah, take a look through your phone, scan through them. If you see apps that you just have not opened in a while, can't remember why you even have them to begin with, take some time to delete those things off your phone. And in the process, you know what? You will free up some vital storage space. So there's a win. You'll clear up just your desktop. Things will look a little more tidier as well. And the same thing again applies to your computers as well. So uninstall apps there that you no longer use, and it has the same benefit, freeing up space, which is always a good thing. So tip number 4, undo. Specifically, undo your mess. And I think this one applies more towards your computers. Really, I should say any place where you store any types of files or media, right? Any place where you're doing that digitally. I'm going to use a computer, for example. So if you're the type of person who, you have a ton of like loose files stored all over your desktop. So as soon as you open your computer, all you see is all just a bunch of files. Take some time to just organize those things into folders while you're at it. Rename your files so that you know what they are, they make sense. Take a look at the Explorer view on your computer just so you have a where you can just kind of just see how everything's arranged, all the whole folder structure, files, and all that. And if things are just in a mess, they don't make sense, take some time to just get those things tidy. So if you have pictures just all over the place on your computer, take some time to just organize those things into the proper folders. If you have documents that you've typed up over the years, Word documents, what have you, again, take some time to just organize those things into folders, give them proper names. And the benefit there is that it just helps you to just stay organized, so you know where things are when you're looking for them. Things are a little more tidier, look better, and just gives you a bit more sanity too. So that's my tip. So that's it. Those are my 4 tips to help you to declutter and to organize your digital life, to help you to bring some type of order and organization to all your digital spaces, whether that's social media, whether that's your phone, whether that's your inbox, whether that's your just the way the files are just organized on your computers. Any place where you're just accumulating junk, or just, I should say, creating a bunch of information, right? I shouldn't call it junk, but just we have a bunch of information and things going on digitally. My tips again: number 1, take some time to unsubscribe. Number 2, unfollow. Number 3, uninstall. And then number 4, undo. Undo your mess. Those are my 4 U's. So if you have any questions, as always, leave them down below in the comments. Reach out to me directly as well if you ever have any questions. If you like the information overall that you received, if you like this video, make sure that you like it. Make sure that you share it as well. And, give me feedback too. Like I like doing these things. I want to do them more. If it's a way for me to do them better, if you have any tips, let me know. Give me some feedback. All right. Take care.